Hey guys, K420 back at it again. This is actually kind of an update. I talked about this story a little bit back when I was talking about mothers who went wacko. Yeah. Well, this is a little bit stranger, guys, and I have an update for you. It's not really great. It's actually quite frustrating. But for those of you who didn't see that video, I am going to run through who Lori Vallow is, where or what is going on with her two children, what's the last thing we know about them, and what's the likelihood of their situation right now. All right, so follow along. Lori Vallow has a very interesting story that I could spend an entire hour basically really delving deep into her marriage, the marriage of the man whom she is with today, and or excuse me, her, well, yes, because they just were found married, but and also his most recent marriage, because both of their, I believe both of their spouses are dead now. Why is the camera not available? It must be, oh, this is USA Today. Every time I need to stop using this. Oh, I wish I hadn't pulled this one up. I have to write this down. USA Today does not allow me to use my screen recorder on their page. I have no idea why. Anyway, guys, Lori Vallow, the mother of two Idaho children who have been missing since September until Thursday night to the present, the two children have not been seen, okay? The 46-year-old mother, who goes by Lori Vallow Daybell, was found in Hawaii on just what, a couple days ago, Thursday, with her new husband, Chad Daybell. However, no children. Josh and oh, shoot, I don't have her name next to me. Give me a second. She's got a very unique name. I have to see it. So, uh, I don't need that. I use it. I'm about to go back. Yeah, right. We're gonna do that. Get it. This one's better. This is basically when she was found. When her and, okay, there we go. Boise, Idaho says that she was found in Hawaii with her new husband, no sign of the children. The cross country investigation still includes several mysterious deaths. This doesn't just include mysterious deaths, this includes religious cult, children who are of age and are missing, and a child who is not of age and is missing. I'm going to try to play that video in just a moment. I don't understand this camera thing. That is the strangest thing, guys. Anyway, I guess I'm not going to have a camera on here today. Maybe I should have went and checked it. Um. Anyway, it says that Tylee Ryan is the 17, now 18-year-old, and 7-year-old Joshua JJ Valo. There's no sign that they ever made it to Hawaii, and the federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies are still searching for the children who haven't been seen since this. Their grandfather came out and made basically, which was the article I was just trying to show you on USA Today. The grandfather came out and basically made an ultimatum, like, you have until Thursday night at this time to produce my grandchildren or else, type of thing, because they're already wanted and they've been very uncooperative in investigations in the death of Chad Daybell's wife, as well as Lori Vallow's husband, I believe. Let's dig. I want to make sure I get it right. So they also served Vallow with a court order from Idaho directing her to bring the kids to the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare by Thursday or face legal action. Still, neither Vallow or Daybell have been charged or arrested in connection with the matter. Kauai police said Sunday in a prepared statement. That was what they said. Sorry. The strange case began in July. Here we go. After Velo's estranged husband, Charles Velo, was shot and killed by her brother, Alex Cox, in an altercation at their home in Phoenix. At the time, Cox said the shooting was in self-defense, but the case still remains under investigation. And in December, Cox died of unknown causes. Everybody just keeps dropping dead. Can you imagine this lady telling, I don't know, her brother that, this guy's beat, or my husband's beat, what the heck? Sorry, that my husband's beating on me or something like that. And so your brother comes and does the thing that a brother does, protects his sister, and then says, I killed him in self-defense. And then suddenly that same sister whose husband you took out to protect her is now worried about you talking, so she has you wiped out next. That's karma. Anyhow, it says that, let's see, here we go. He died of unknown causes. Arizona is still waiting for toxicology results in his death. So there's 2 deaths. Her husband and her brother are both dead, suspicious, mysteriously, and they're still investigating. Follow to Lori moving to eastern Idaho. Wow, slow down, Kate. Lori moved to eastern Idaho with her kids about a month after her husband Velo's death. Extended family members grew concerned as the contact with the kids tapered and then stopped completely, says the police in Rexburg, Ohio. They say the children were last seen in late September, though Velo never reported them missing. Meanwhile, investigators say just one county away, they were also digging into a mystery. Daybell's last wife, Tammy Daybell, died of what her obituary says was natural causes on October 19th. And Daybell married Velo about 2 weeks later. You heard it. 2 weeks later. And I believe this was his wife of like a good many. I mean, he had more than one, but I believe this was his wife of a good decade or so. These are the 2 missing children. This is Tylee, who's now 18, and Joshua, who's now 8. They've been missing since September 23rd, 2019 from Rexburg, Idaho, and their mother is caught up in a cult that has been known to not have good things happen to children. I'll get into it as much as I can in just a second. So, responding to concerns from the extended family that they hadn't heard from the children, the Rexburg police paid a visit to Velo to ask her and Daybell about the kids. The couple told officers the kids had gone to live with relatives in Arizona. Police said a claim they quickly discovered was not true. When investigators returned to Velo's home the next day, the couple was gone, yo. Gone. You know that shit? When the cops come to your house and they don't leave with you in cuffs behind your back and your ass knows that you caught that break. Like, they haven't pulled out of your driveway and you're already packing your underwear drawer, right? Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, I laugh about it now because it's like funny memories, like, haha. But at the same time, it was like, how was I so dumb? Where was my head? You know what I mean? Like, what did I think was going to happen at the end of all that? Anyhow, the Fremont County Sheriff's Office began to question the circumstances surrounding Tammy Daybell's death. They worked with authorities in Utah, where she was buried, to have her exhumed for an autopsy and additional testing in December. Investigators searched Chad Daybell's home earlier this month, removing 43 items, mostly phones, computers, and other technological devices, say the Sheriff Len Humphreys. The county's still waiting for forensic tests on Tammy Daybell's remains, and items seized from the home, say Humphreys, and Chad Daybell is a person of interest. Okay. What I don't understand is why did they find these guys in Hawaii, right? Why did they okay, we found you, gotcha, and then not arrest them? Why did they give them an ultimatum? You need to have the children at this place on Thursday. But do they know where did they leave a sheriff to watch them 24/7, to follow them wherever they go, to make sure they don't escape sight again? Like that's what I'm concerned about, because everyone is already under the impression that the children, after knowing what happened to both of their husbands and to her brother, that they believe that she's very capable of doing the same thing to her own children. They wanted to start this new life. So, and there's more to it. Hold on, we're gonna get there in just a second. I know this is kind of playing catch up for those of you who watched that video. If you're still with me, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's get to the doomsday cult that her family feels is behind her children being missing. Okay. Yeah, this is the mother. The mother is the one that's really totally behind all the. Excuse me while I blow my nose. There. The mother's the one that's really behind the whole doomsday cult type stuff. So I don't know if she met the guy in there or what, but we're gonna find out together. This was from New Year's Eve, guys, and it's the Post, so you know that it is a news guard. Again, it's completely trusted source of information, so there's no questions there of what's going on. All right, so this oops, sorry. Idaho mom of 2 kids missing began spending all her time with a doomsday cult before her life took several unexpected and shocking turns, said relatives. Lori Velo, now missing children Tylee Ryan, 17, and Joshua Velo, 7, when she joined the group Preparing a People, according to her sister-in-law. Lori was a wonderful, loving, attentive mother, says Kay Velo Woodcock on Facebook. Things started changing over the past 18 plus months when Lori began spending all her time, there it goes again, with a new religious group we refer to as a cult. The group is known for its mission to help prepare the people of this earth for a second coming of Jesus Christ. Woodcock said that at some point earlier in this year, Daybell deserted her husband for more than 2 months. Charles did his best to save the marriage, of which she had no interest, Woodcock wrote. While separated, Charles went to Daybell's home in Arizona on July 11th to pick up Joshua and take him to school, Woodcock said. But Daybell's brother, Alex Cox, shot and killed Joshua, claiming self-defense in a deadly incident, Fox News reported. He was never charged and died under mysterious circumstances himself earlier this month, as I told you. This is the man that Lori is now with, Chad Daybell, whose wife, Tammy, also died recently, mysteriously. Daybell, or maybe hers wasn't mysterious, but they exhumed her, yeah. We just talked about that. Daybell went to Latter-day Saint author, Daybell went on to wed Latter-day Saint author Chad Daybell, who has penned several books about the end of the world. Okay, so he's an author about end of the world stuff. The couple, so that she did meet him in the culty crap. The couple has been cooperating as, I don't like how they put that, because almost everything else I've read on this says they're very uncooperative. If they were cooperating, then where are the children? I know everybody's baby handsing this right now because they think if they use baby hands on this couple, that they're going to get the children in the end, and that's going to be the result. And so we got to be careful, because they know they're the only ones that know. And if we push too hard, they're just going to shut down, and then we're never going to know where the kids are. If these people have been on the run for months, knowing that they're under investigation, their faces are all over the news, that everyone wants to know where these kids are, that nobody cares what they as a couple do. They can go on with their happy life. Well, that is, now that the police are looking into the other deaths, that might be a little different, but they just got to produce the children. And they're not doing that. So it says, we know that the children are not with Lori and Chad Daybell, and we also have information indicating that Lori knows either the location of the children or what has happened to them. The Rexburg police, that means she told them that. She had to have confirmed that to the police for them to make that statement. Meaning when they looked at her and said, Lori Velo, mother of Tylee and Joshua, do you know where your children are, or do you at least know what's happened to them, the location of where they are? Just answer yes or no. And if she answered yes, I guess in a way they consider that cooperating, but it's like, okay, she's playing games. I don't have time for these games. Meanwhile, their police are investigating the death of Chad's first wife, Tammy, who was found dead in October, and they're pleading for anyone with information about this bizarre series of events to come forward. Someone out there knows something but doesn't want or doesn't know how to fit these pieces together. Help me connect them so we can bring justice to my brother and the other victims. There's a little bit more. Well, let me go to that one. Yeah, here we go. This is a little bit more on the cult. I just want you to see it. It says this is where the see, there's a lot. Remember how there was just that big shooting, like 15 members of a Mormon sect were basically gunned down. Where there was like shooters in the sides of the hills as they drove down through the hills. They were just the whole train was shot. Not train of cars was shot up. And there's no reason why, and it looks like it's some type of drug cartel type of murder, but there's no real reason why the cartel would want to, murder this Asian Church of Latter-day Saints Mormon sect out of the hills of Mexico headed towards the United States. And they ended up doing, right in the beginning of the investigation, they learned this was a sect of this religion that was very, very radical, that believed in the doomsday, theory, and they believed that the earth was going to end soon, and they were in preparation and all this other things. So, hang on, I don't want that to go on. 1 second, maybe. Too fast. There we go. All right. I just don't want it to. I give up every time I try to move these things. The thing. There we go. Anyway, it says this says a little bit more about the cult connections, and that's the only way. It's kind of why I skipped to this real quick. It says months before the mysterious disappearance of Joshua Valo and Tylee Ryan garnered national attention. Good. Okay. One of their relatives was shot near Phoenix while driving home from the gym. The bullet missed Brandon Boudreaux's head by inches, said the court, according to court documents. So there's another attempted murder involved in this. Can you see why they're fearing for the kid's safety at this point? And it says the attempt on Boudreaux's life occurred October 2nd. The Jeep that his would-be killer was driving was registered to Charles Valo. That's strange. That's her husband. Valo died July 11th, shot to death by his wife's brother, while his son Joshua Valo, 7, and half-sister Tylee Ryan, 17, watched. So those two children were in the house when her brother did. Now, do you understand? That's what I was trying to find. I thought that was in the one I had before. I'm sorry for those of you who were being patient with me. When her brother shot Tylee's father, they were both there. However, because the children have never been spoken to, the children's stories have never been, they haven't been pressed. What did you see? And what I'm sure from what they did get out of Tylee, she probably, it is what the only thing that she knows or saw, if anything at all. I don't think they've ever seen or spoke to the children. The last time the children were seen or spoke to was by a family member in September. So this is in October. At this point in time, it's assumed that the children saw. It's kind of scary, guys, because there's nothing even saying they saw that. I mean, maybe because I think there might have been someone in the family that she spoke to on the phone heard the daughter in a family member might have heard one of the children alive after the September date while waiting for the October thing here. However, it says, I just don't understand how people can get so wrapped up that they can end up in this space where these people are just, it's just so radical, so different, Boudreaux said. Are Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow in a cult-like religious group? Boudreaux's ex-wife, Melanie Boudreaux, is Lori's niece. She began spending time with Lori in the religious group and suddenly demanded a divorce over the summer. Brandon Boudreaux said, I thought I had a happy marriage. It was pretty overwhelming, Brandon said. Before the divorce was final, someone driving Charles Avello's vehicle attempted to kill him. Brandon was about to pull out of his driveway when he saw a gun with a silencer poke out of the Jeep's window. He said he heard a gunshot as his driver's side window shattered. Police later confirmed the vehicle was registered to Charles Vallow. Charles Vallow was Lori's ex-husband. She had divorced him, joined the religious group, and married Chad Daybell weeks after Daybell's wife suddenly died at age 49. Everybody's dropping dead, guys, and nobody's going to jail because there's just not enough evidence. Over the summer, Vallow came to visit from Texas to visit Lori Vallow and their children. Okay, over the summer. Okay, so over this, that's right. She's the father of Joshua, the younger son. So he comes up from Texas to visit Lori and his son. Their child, Tylee, I don't think is his. She's got a different last name. But after he arrived to pick up his son, Charles and Lori started arguing. Lori's brother Alex intervened and killed Charles. Okay, he's dead. Boom, dead. Josh. Oh no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let's see if it goes right back. Oh, come on, please, please, please. Because I don't want to screw up my recording. Come on. Let's see if it goes right back to recording. Yes, I think. Let's see. I'm not gonna wait. Come on, come on. Please, 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 please. I'm gonna give up on this cult stuff in a minute because I just want it to go. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you for hanging in there. I just want to show you what's going on right now. As of right now, tonight is the deadline. She's not showed up with the kids, and I'm not sure if they have someone sitting on her and Charles or not. But at this point in time, as you can tell, according, in my thumbnail, there's other pictures of them out there. There you go. There's a better picture of Tylee. There's a picture of Joshua with his face when it's more of a smile, so you can see what he looked like with talking or whatnot. Police seem to be no closer to finding them as they were in January. Since that time, the story is getting international attention and is taking twists and turns involving a cult, dead spouses, delusions of divinity, and preparing for the end of the world. Despite all the angles, now can you imagine an end of the world cult saying, okay, well, we need to just get rid of the children now so we can focus on what we have to do to survive until the last days. We don't want our children to suffer. Let's send them to heaven now. Whatever their weird wacko thoughts are. I'm just saying, or maybe they have a place. Maybe there's a place where they're all planning to go and they send the children there first and they're all just there waiting. The parents have to keep the secret. We don't know. I think we might know if we put a little pressure on these two, but letting them walk around free and not demanding that she explain where her children are. Since when was that okay? Because I know that unfounded child abuse or child neglect report in many states ends up the reason your children being taken away or for false reasons and tons of damage being done to homes. But now you've got a clear case of a woman whose children have been missing since September. You've got your hands back on her. Why would you not keep her locked up until she hands over those children or the location of where they are currently? All right, guys, listen, thank you very much. I'm so sorry for the technical stuff. This one was hard. It was almost like they didn't want me to tell this story or something. I don't know. A lot of these things make me feel like there's something out there that, doesn't, there's a reason it's not all over the news. Anyway, if you want to support my channel, please share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Those are the things that will help me the most. I'm trying to build something, and with YouTube, they change their policy so often. You have to keep striving for numbers that, this month means something, but next month do not. If you want to just straight up support me, my Cash App is on the screen. Thank you.